Welcome back to the final episode of Mega Man 3 Buster Only No Death Run. And as before, this is pretty much the final stage of the game, and we might as well just grab as many goodies as we can, because it doesn't require Robot Master weapons, but it will require the assistance of a dog. But we are now going after Gamma, the peacekeeping robot, which was made way too big for its purpose, in my opinion. And I don't even know what that thing is supposed to be. Is that supposed to be like the brain of Gamma or something? Like the control unit? Either way, you want to get up here to the far right side as soon as you can. And this guy cannot be hurt by buster shots. Like, not at all. So you have to use Robot Master weapons to harm this guy. And, oops, my bad. You can press up in the hard knuckle and hit him without any effort. Now the next part, this is a little tricky, is the Search Snake. Yeah, of all weapons, the Search Snake is the one that actually harms Wily here, and it's very hard to hit him with it. Another weapon that also could do well is the the Top Spin. Yes, of all things, you could probably do it in a one-hit kill there. And just like that, that is all there is to the final boss, the easiest one in the entire series. Got some moonwalking Mega Man. I always find that hilarious. Oh, and there are some theorists out there saying that this Mega Man 3 should have been the final game because Dr. Wily died right here. Oh no, too late. He got squashed and everything, Mega Man 4 onwards is all fake. It's all a dream or some other such nonsense because Wily died here. The series should have ended here. That's a theory. Mega, if you regained consciousness, I found you lying here when I arrived. I wonder who brought you here. Why, there's a calling card of a whistle. This whistle, it must have been Proto Man. So Dr. Light knew about this punk all along, this guy who was attacking us throughout the levels. So, numbered list of robots made by Dr. Light, counting down from the beginning. So as this goes on, I just want to reiterate how much this game meant to me when I was a young kid. This was the very first Mega Man game I had ever played in my life. We had just gotten back from Germany, and my dad had gotten this game for me and a a Nintendo Entertainment System. And this was like one of the first games, along with, I think it was Adventures of Lolo, Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and then, Mega Man 3. So I got my fix on Mega Man with this particular game, and it just catapulted my love for the Blue Bomber ever since. And big story spoiler here. Proto Man, new robot prototype, brother of Mega Man? What? Big shocker. I don't know about you, but I was super surprised when that happened. And a lot of people say that's the Wily ship up there on that tree. But at the time when I first played this, it looked like more like a bird, like a blue bird. And if that is the Wily pod ship, then that's a freakishly big tree. It's like the Mana tree from Secret of Mana. That's how big that tree is if that's the Wily pod. Anyway, I think it's a bird. I really enjoy this game. It has brought back a lot of fond memories for me, and it gave me a lot of trouble. This was the first game I actually beat in the entire series, and then I went on to Mega Man 4, Mega Man 5, loaned them out to a buddy of mine, a friend of mine back in elementary school, and as you all know, when you loan out games to friends in elementary school, you never get them back. That's right. They got stolen! Oh well. Thankfully, there's, online Steam editions or Wii U shop, things like that where you can just download it, or you can just emulate it like I'm doing right now. But I owned all these games, and I wish I could have the hard copies all over again because these are classic games, and Mega Man 3 is one of the best. Despite its flaws and all of its bugs and just quirks about it, I just still love this game for what it is and what it means to me as a gamer. Sure, Super Mario Brothers was cool and fun and all, but it was Mega Man that really got me loving platformers in whole. So with that, I think this is the end of the credits. Is it? Just shooting stars? Oh, there's Rush Jet. Presented by Capcom, and you're pretty much just stuck here until eternity. This is not one of the newfangled Mega Man games where after you press a button or after a certain length of time it takes you straight back to the title screen. Nope, it would just run this forever until you turn the system off or reset it. But yeah, I liked this game all over again. The Buster Challenge was definitely difficult, and I'll be going over it in the analysis in the next couple seconds. So, look forward to that. See you later. Mega Man 3 was an iconic game. If Mega Man 2 made the Blue Bomber popular, then Mega Man 3 cemented him as a profitable franchise, and one that Capcom would keep milking long after the fans said stop. Inafune said this was one of his least favorite games in the series due to its rushed nature of production and multitude of bugs, glitches, and other graphical oddities, but I wouldn't change a thing. All those details helped solidify its place in my heart and mind when I was younger, and to this day I love every part of it. With regards to my challenge, this game was quite dynamic in its difficulty. Frankly, it was all over the place. You get extremely easy levels and bosses such as Magnet, Snake, and Top Man mixed in with hard as nails bosses such as Shadow Spark and Needle Man, which left Gemini and Hardman falling somewhere down the middle of the road. The inconsistency and difficulty throughout is just another indication of the game's rushed nature in getting it out the door. The first Robot Master stages alone give this challenge difficulty rating up to a 4 out of 10. It's tough, but when given the E-tanks available to you and beating bosses in a specific order to make best use of said tanks, it really isn't too difficult to beat each stage only with Buster. It's the second third of the game with the Doc Robot Revisited stages where the game takes a nasty turn for the worse. You have to refight all Robot Masters from Mega Man 2 all over again, with bigger hitboxes, sometimes slightly modified AI routines, and back-to-back with 2 in each level. Not to mention some have lost their Buster weakness and must be brought down shot by excruciating shot 28 units of health. All said and done, I have failed out with either Doc Quick or Doc Wood and run out of the provided E-tanks and backed myself into an impossible corner to be forced to use Robot Master weaknesses, this game would have easily gotten a 10. As it stands, these Doc Robot levels catapult Mega Man 3 to at least 9 out of 10. The Wily Fortress was pathetically easy and is in stark contrast to the rest of the series in its simplicity. Even the bosses were ridiculously easy and provided little challenge. So putting all factors together, the score remains a 9 out of 10 for Mega Man 3. This game is tough, Buster only, and no deaths, no doubt about it. I just barely eked out a victory with the help of Rush in certain battles. I dare say this is harder than Mega Man 2, but still has yet to beat Mega Man 1 in terms of difficulty. With that, we have another challenge complete and it's time to update the tally. We have Retro Challenge Gamer 14 and Video Games 3. Still far in the lead on these official games. Looking forward to Mega Man 4 either sometime late this year or maybe even the next. Who knows when I'll get to that one. Until the next play series, see you later.